Attention! Attention! And now we welcome to the grand trivia stage our great leader, our grand Aquarium Emperor, the Triviamaster of this age, the past age, the upcoming age, and ages unknown. Please welcome Grand Triviamaster Fluval. Oh, that was a bad noise. Sorry, Master. Let's try again. Fluval. Oh, that's not so. We must find the noise to pay tribute to all 5 dimensions you hold in your control. Yes, the fake trumpet for Fluval.
Hello, and welcome to Grand Trivia, the only trivia show in any dimension, and I mean any dimension, where the points do matter and losing will cost you everything. I'm Fluval, Grand Triviamaster of the Grand Aquarium Empire, and with me, as always, is Intern Kat.
Hello, a wonderfully timed scream.
Thank you for that beautiful scream, Foolaloof.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a night of trivia about road
trips and roadside attractions.
Road trips. I should have asked like 17 months ago, but is Grand Triviamaster honorific actually mandatory to say?
You should say it.
Yes.
If you don't, I assume it's implicit.
Yes. Yes, because of course, Fluval is so incredible. That is majesty.
And yes, you can join our game of trivia by going to crowd.live and entering code EXDZ.
Yes. And if you thought that, a night of Kristie and Fluval just sharing roadside attraction information, you would be
wrong.
Mistaken. Fatally mistaken. Fatally,
with us,
terminally mistaken, because
is the iconic, the one, the only Captain Curio.
Welcome, Captain Curio. Welcome. Ooh.
Yes. Thank you. Yes, I know. As an all-American god, I know that I'm in the land of my people.
Yes.
The offerings have been plentiful. I have received so many squished pennies dropped between seat covers today.
Amazing.
It's been great.
So, Captain Curio, tell us, the god of souvenirs themselves, tell us, what is that wonderful entity that you are holding at this moment? Everyone, yes, appropriate claps for a true god, an American god.
Yes, thank you. This is Phrase. This is my sentient 3rd largest ball of yarn.
Wonderful.
3rd largest.
His big brother and sister have done some growing recently, but we're gonna get him on an all-protein diet, and we're hoping if we just keep shoving yarn in there, eventually he'll get big.
Yarn. Yes, I love that. Just keep adding more. We're seeing a cat somewhere, of course, a studio cat.
Yes.
There is, as with all good roadside attractions, we do have cats wandering in and out. We have no control over them because,
of course,
not our cats. But yeah, no, they are around.
Oh my god. Yes, strong Tribble vibes. And a Studio Charmander.
Yes,
True.
the Studio Charmander off in the background there.
True.
Yeah, again, like with any good roadside attraction, sometimes you got stuff there, and it's just there.
And it's just there.
It's just there.
Captain Curio, tell us. I think we had a question earlier. I'm so happy you're here to be like commenting on the incredible trivia that's been prepared for us. But what do you think is your mightiest creation?
My mightiest creation.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think getting all of the roadside dinosaurs together for the annual DA meeting, Dinosaurs Anonymous.
Ooh, okay. Wow.
I think that really helped break some ground. I was
heard
really
it's
proud
harder.
of being able to do that marketing.
Harder than herding cats, even.
Yeah.
Herding
Yeah.
dinosaurs.
It's,
And-
honestly a little bit
stunning.
easier. You just kind of throw a meteor behind them, and they just run in the opposite direction.
Well, there's so many of them.
There's so many. I mean,
Choice
we've
work.
got...
Yes.
Dinosaur Land obviously is my personal favorite, as it's the most unhinged. I will
Wonderful.
say, though, in terms of my favorite thing that you guys have created...
Oh, yes?
Oh! Okay. I'm gonna be going all night. Y'all, I'm gonna hit you guys with
Good,
something.
you should
I'll
go
come
all
back
night
with-
in tribute to me, Fluval.
The wonders of Fluval.
But to start out with, Chicken Farmer Rock.
Chicken farm. Ugh. Now
Chicken
that's
Farmer Rock.
that's a project I haven't thought about in a long time.
It's
My God.
You wouldn't have. It's a rock. And at one point, someone in the 80s wrote, "Chicken Farmer, I love you." And
Oh.
since then, y'all have kept it going. And I just
Of
gotta say,
course.
I really appreciate that. The offerings from that.
I mean, you have to commit to a
wonder
bit.
and bemusement alone from
Stunning.
people out of state traveling.
Absolutely stunning. Speaking of Rhodes, who has been playing F-Zero 99? I hope you all have been signing
It's,
up for trivia.
Racing Battle Royale.
I hope you've all been signing up for trivia.
Much like our game of trivia is.
Our game of trivia.
And if you go to crowd.live and enter the code EXDZI, you can join our game of trivia like planes, trains, and auto blogiles.
Welcome.
World's largest potatoes molasses. Life is a highway, and I want to ride it all night long. Roadside Missy Traction.
Ha!
Single walk road trip.
Ooh.
World's largest thing from the void. RV there yet?
Ha!
And Restapala Koala.
Restapala koala.
Restapala koala.
koala. I love this. Tell us, Captain Curio, are you also a patron
And mystery
god?
spots.
Mystery spots, love that. Are you also a patron god of rest stops in addition to the curiosities along the road?
You know, every now and then there'll be a really good rest stop,
Ooh,
something that'll
okay.
really tug at your heartstrings. But
Yeah.
it can't be any old thing, you know. There's
Informational
gotta be.
panels.
Yeah, I don't think most rest
Observation
stops
area.
got a god, because you don't get wonder when you see a rest stop. You don't.
Yeah.
You don't have Hermes or something can have that stuff. I'm looking for the stuff that makes you go wow, like Nebraska rest area.
Yeah.
It's in Box Butte, Right Lake, Election
Okay.
Precinct, Nevada. And everyone goes to Carhenge, which is a couple miles down the road. And everybody knows about that. Everybody knows Carhenge.
Yeah, that's a big
Carhenge.
one.
Everyone knows Carhenge.
I want to cast magic missile.
Just like Magic Missile, everyone knows Carhenge.
And it never misses, just like Magic Missile.
Never misses.
Hey, a good Carhenge will hit the spot.
Now that's
But the
A truck
Nebraska rest stop, you got a toilet on top of a whole bunch of bales of hay just sitting out in the middle of the road.
Oh, you mean you can
There's
take an
something
open air
amazing.
poop?
Ew.
Oh, let the wind
Beautiful.
breeze on those cheeks, you know?
Ah, yes.
Just
Let the wind just what are their names? Blythe and Zephyr. Bam. They just want to hit those cheeks.
Oh, yeah.
Beat those
I
cheeks.
said, oh God, Zephyr, yeah, no, that cold north wind on your dad's cheeks is gonna be great in Nebraska.
Oh, breezy cheeks, says a whom named Maddie.
Oh, breezy cheeks.
But yeah, you can join our game of trivia like everyone I read before, and also Root CBC and Maddie. And I think I've given you plenty of time to join our game, so why don't we get our trivia underway?
Prepare to suffer the pangs and arrows of not knowing.
Yeah, suffer this outrageous fortune. Here's question number 1. Route 66 was created in 1926 to be an efficient link between Los Angeles and which city? Chicago, New York City, St. Louis, and Washington, D.C.
Ooh, okay. What was the opening of Route 66 like for you,
And did you get your
Curio?
kicks?
Yeah.
Oh boy, the golden days, I tell you, those were some times. I do gotta say, I liked the era before that just as well.
Okay.
There was something about Route 66 that, don't get me wrong, it was great for so many things. It really, the routes that it highlighted, it really got into. But there were some little attractions. The really weird ones. The ones that, I would go to on a weekend. When I didn't want anyone to know me. And I just wanted to be, just regular old Curio.
Just regular old Curio. Just a regular guy. Just some guy. You know?
Just some guy where I could slough off the godhood and just be Curio.
Just
And-
Curio.
And those places are gone now, and it's sad.
Beautiful.
Beautiful,
Stunning.
beautiful.
Anyway, that's how I
Stunning
feel. That's how-
civilian
But
Curio.
there are a couple left. There's a couple left. The William P. Thucydides Center for Urologic History.
Ooh.
That thing has every single thing that anyone has shoved up their pee-pee.
Intern hit a wrong button, just went to a Google search for William
William P. Diedrich?
The Sudich.
Thucydides.
The Sudich?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is that?
It's the guy who created the William P. Thucydides Center for Urologic History.
Yeah.
Exactly.
An
But
important man.
it was misspelled, so there were no results. He was a scientific illustrator known for his work with the American Urological Association. But let's see what everyone picked.
Yes, we have some
8 of you said
strategies.
the Windy City of Chicago. 1 of you said the Big Apple. 4 of you said they'd like to meet you in St. Louis. Meet you at the fair. None of you said Washington, D.C., and the correct answer is Chicago.
Chicago!
And it was made. Route 66 was made because during the 1920s, car ownership nearly tripled.
Ooh.
From 8 million cars on the road to 23 million cars.
Wow, that's a lot of cars. Given the timing, was it mob influence? Given the timing, what wasn't?
Bootleg friendly.
Bootleg friendly. I thought it was supposed to end in St. Louis, and Chicago stole it from them because they're always mad at us about something.
And it also was a big route for migrating west from the Dust Bowl. In the 30s, fleeing that Dust Bowl.
Everyone say hi to our
And
studio cat.
it was officially removed from the highway system in 85 because it was completely replaced by the interstate.
Gotcha.
Thank you, lyrics to Nat King Cole's Route 66. Can't spell carbon emissions without cars. I should have known. St. Louis is never the answer. Cat. Studio Cat, you looking floofaloof.
Looking floofy.
That is
Looking
one.
floofy.
Hey, listen, a cat like that, you could, I don't know, make a whole roadside attraction, create plushies, have like a bunch of little keychains that have everyone's name on it next to a picture of the cat. You can create t-shirts.
He hates Mondays and loves lasagna.
There you go. Oh, well, that already exists. Garfield Museum's a thing.
He has a meat helmet.
Behold his meat helmet.
That's a big
I want to
Heathcliff
cast
thing.
magic missile.
And you want to cast Magic Missile, which I think means you want to go to the leaderboard, where old Breezy Cheeks is in first place. World's largest thing from the void in second. Roadside Missy Traction in third. Life is a highway, and I want to ride it all night long in fourth place. Single walk road trip in fifth. World's largest potatoes molasses in sixth. Cowboy Bebo in seventh. Roots CBC in eighth. Restapa Koala. Let me take that again. Restapala Koala in ninth. Studio Cat wanting to be let down in 10th with RV there yet. Planes, Trains, and Autoblog Isles in 11th. Mystery Spots in 12th. Maddie in 13th place. Fooloof is covered in scales.
Oh, good. Hey,
Ooh,
listen.
okay.
There are
No punishments, what a blessing.
Of places that I could find that would be interested in getting you. Particularly the museum in Washington. I mean, they've had the same alligator posing as a mermaid for decades. You get in there, you shake things up, say, hey, you know, maybe you need some new blood. I think you might have a job.
Speaking of blood, let's go to question number 2. Which Iowa city has a roadside attraction declaring itself to be the future birthplace of Captain James T. Kirk? This question has appeared on the show before, so type in the right answer.
Type it in. Type it in.
Hell yeah, Fluval says Missy Information, who co-hosts the podcast Red Sharts with goddamn Emily Pineapple, where they watch episodes of Star Trek TOS and review them.
They're absolutely incredible. They also share facts about the creation of said episodes.
Yeah.
Including ridiculous things that the producers would say to each other.
Oh, God.
You also, of
Do I
course, saw
wanna
Missy
know?
Information on the show right before this one.
You super do. Can I give a spoiler? So the first episode, written by DC Fontana, that's right, future story editor of Star Trek, and Star Trek TNG, and producer of it.
Star Trek New Voyages writer DC Fontana?
Yes, was the secretary of Gene Roddenberry at the time, and wrote up this script. It got purchased, and a certain producer, Mr. Justman, wrote up his notes, of course, loved the episode, and was like, but I think this should be changed. Also, please ensure that your secretary does not allow this to fall into the hands of the mysterious writer of this episode, DC Fontana. For I do not want their ego to be shattered, as so many egos of authors have been shattered in our time. Yes, very fun stuff. Very fun stuff. They were cute. They were cute.
It was
all
a
together.
bit. They knew who it was.
They knew who it was. But it's very funny to have. I know that DC Fontana's going to see this because she's actually his secretary.
A whom named Maddie just opened one of the envelopes from Radio Free Multiverse's
Ooh.
Patreon, which you can sign up for at patreon.com/Radio Free Multiverse. And thought we sent an unpackaged condom, but it was a balloon. It was actually
like how the balloon just got
also,
to you.
it wasn't a balloon. It was part of the Earth.
Yes, part of an
the
Earth.
NPC Fluval and NPC intern character destroyed on our extravaganza. When you put planet emoji in the chat, they said yum yum suffering and destroyed a planet.
Yum yum, suffering, yum yum. Yes, that is a whole Earth destroyed. Yeah, loose condom with the don't forget
Get
your rubber
sticker. We have been
Yep.
sending that out.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm doing a Jared Leto Joker-fied mailing.
Yep. That's what the network wants to go with.
You live in a society.
You do.
I don't, but you do.
That society produces unpackaged condoms.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, there's our imposter Earth. They have multiples of the continents. Yeah.
Do.
Well, who says all Earths have the same continent configuration as your Earth?
Precisely. Oh my god.
They all started with Pangea, but they all break up in various different ways. Some look like a smiley face.
Suffering, yum yum. Suffering, yum yum.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, some have surpassed the need for continents entirely. There's one that I know. Oh, it's just highways. That's actually where the song "Life Is a Highway" came from.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coltrane was a dimensional hopper, and I mean, once he realized that you guys didn't know that life is a highway, had to be corrected.
It was some early edutainment.
Yes, exactly.
Much like Waterworld, where you learned about the planet where Kevin Costner has to pee on plants to hydrate them.
Yeah, same shapes, just more of that.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, more shapes for your buck. That's pretty good.
More shapes.
Anyway, let's see what you put. Someone put, on Hershey Park's Reese's Cup Fusion, writers become agents who help the Reese's security chief, Commander Cup, protect Reese's Central from which of these villains? Someone else put Des Moines. Someone else put Davenport. Someone else put Kirksburn, Iowa. Someone put Des Moines. Someone put Iowa, which is not correct.
Begging. I love the begging.
And then Fluval, please give me points.
Love the begging.
But the correct answer is Riverside, Iowa.
Congratulations.
So congratulations to the three
of you
who got it right.
To three of you. Will begging get them anywhere this time, Fluval?
Well, first, let's look at the correct answer, because this is the future birthplace of Captain James T. Kirk. Riverside, where the trek begins.
I like how they have a picture of bones.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not Kirk on the...
That's not Kirk. That's the Force
vibe. Yeah,
and here it is.
Vibe is when they show you Jesus, but it's instead just...
like a pretty white guy. It's Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, it's like that one on Reddit with the Obi-Wan, yeah. So this is the sign. It's in a courtyard behind a salon.
It looks like a gravestone.
It's buried. Yeah.
It does.
Yeah. It's like you're visiting his tomb or some shit. It's an anti-tombstone.
They recently added this statue of Captain Kirk.
Pretty sure it's Iowa.
Is so bad.
Yeah, it doesn't really look like Shatner.
Nope. Put a hot dog Kirk instead.
It still looks like he's buried underneath it, too.
Glitter everywhere.
And Riverside is also the home of Trek Fest.
Ooh.
A yearly Star Trek fan convention event.
Yeah, exactly. Anyone who gives birth that day, the nurses just know to, write down.
And it'll be happening on June 27th through the 29th, 2024. Trekfest 39. 283 days away. The schedule's in progress.
Oh.
And then they have a bunch of other Trek-related things, with it being the future birthplace of Captain James Tiberius Kirk.
Captain James Tiberius Kirk.
And they have a demo derby on Friday. They have a demolition derby on Friday night at Trekfest.
That is a very hot take,
as we
blog.
know, a very important aspect of the Federation is, making sure that you keep peace throughout the galaxy. And
I think saying Shatner's the worst Kirk is a pretty hot take.
That's a pretty hot take. I think that's a pretty hot take.
Animated series Kirk exists.
That's true.
And other Kirks.
There are many Kirks.
Strange New Worlds Kirk.
But it's hot take to say that...
Saying Shatner's the worst is a hot take.
It's a hot take.
Yes.
I mean...
In 2233, if everything is still going, that town will absolutely give birth to someone named James T. Kirk.
Multiple people named James T. Kirk, I'm sure.
Animated Kirk is also Shatner. You're right.
That's
you passed
true.
my test.
Yeah.
But... I don't know. Maybe which version of Kirk are you saying is the worst Kirk? Live action, animation, probably a Priceline commercial?
Yeah. Do you prefer that the Vampire Diaries?
Yeah, Vampire Diaries guy as the modern Kirk.
Yeah. In Strange New Worlds. Ooh. Star Trek Generations. Okay.
But that's Shatner too.
That's also Shatner. Priceline Kirk, best Kirk.
Yeah,
surprise, it's Paul Shatner.
Paul Wesley from the Vampire Diaries is the new James Tiberius Kirk.
His name is
Never mind.
Paul Wesley.
Wesley. Wow.
Yeah, and who was he on Vampire Diaries? Do you remember from the Jenny Nicholson video that we've watched so many times?
He's the Edward stand-in. I do not remember
Yeah,
his
Pete
name.
Holmes was on a very short trek, too, as a very Kirk-like captain, who is, I think, specifically not clarified if it's Kirk.
That
this
looks
is-
more like the statue.
Yeah, he does look
Looks
more
like
like
you
the statue.
specifically made him to look like the statue.
Yeah. Well, maybe they did. Maybe he's this
They
time
could
travel.
have. Ooh.
I will say, out of all not quite Kirks that exist, if we're going to branch out, I like the one from Dogs in Space that's a corgi.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Ooh, okay.
I like
We're
Zap
gonna go
Brannigan.
with-
Zap Brannigan!
I mean, he's not totally a Kirk. Kirk is smarter.
True, but he does send waves and waves of his own men to be murdered by things as a way of solving problems, which I personally admire. So,
I have wanted to make a villainous drow character named Malgoth
Mulga.
because it sounds like they're a Malgoth.
It's really good. That's really good.
So that will probably be the name of some drow or other, or some villainous character that.
Always
Is used.
eternally
Holy
smoking a tiny
son.
clove cigarette.
Yeah,
Sauron.
exactly. Yeah, my corpse paint wearing drow bard Malgoth.
Spell it!
I had Malgoth.
Fluval does play Baldur's Gate
Fluval
3.
plays all sorts of games. I didn't. Did I say Baldur's Gate 3 specifically, or did I?
I will say, Missy, 100%, please continue that amazing quest. The thing that makes me the most upset about Baldur's Gate 3 is that you can't romance the goblins.
And if you like Baldur's Gate 3, be sure to
That's
check
unfair.
out this channel every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern for Con Artist's Journey to Baldur's Gate. Here's my gnome. Not my gnome. Here's Intern Forest gnome having a normal one.
Well, everything does.
I mean,
belong
everything
to
on
you.
this channel ultimately belongs to me, Fluval, Grand Triviamaster of the Grand
You
Aquarium
can.
Empire.
You can fuck a goblin.
It's
you
the
can.
Royal Mai.
Can one fuck a goblin?
I can't.
I mean,
I
certainly
mean, I
not.
could, but it's gross.
Tried.
Yeah,
Not
I
found a
mean,
way.
Captain Curio, it seems like attempted.
I mean, there's got to be a
One
mod.
Can
There's
if
got to be mods.
the goblin consents. Sure. I mean,
There's
yeah, but,
there's gonna be goblin sex
Oh,
mods.
yeah,
Baldur's
obviously the
Gate.
goblin consents.
but like it. Yeah, questions.
Yeah, that's what the AMPTP said. You wouldn't fuck a goblin, but you would fuck the writers.
Yeah.
And we oppose that, to be clear. That was
We
an
did.
anti-AMPTP joke, that it's bad that they do that.
We have here Strike Captain.
Yeah,
Barbie.
we have Strike Captain Barbie here because we think
Pay
you should
your
pay the writers a fair
writers.
wage.
Pay your
Only
writers.
fuck
That's the only
writers
way
consensually.
that we get the ending that we want. Okay, do not allow
And-
this to become a Game of Thrones situation. Okay, we need these writers to be writing the ending of late stage capitalism who will survive. You need to reach your Star Trek utopia so you can be brought down at your moment of triumph.
Also, any praise we ever do of any work is praise for the artists and writers who made it, not the producers who sat around on their yachts making it worse.
Would you
Like Bob
fuck a
Iger,
Baywatch?
like Bob Iger, who made David Lynch reveal who killed Laura Palmer in season 1 of Twin Peaks.
Right. Yes, check out the Girls Have Fire, not a hate watch. Missy information. Here comes
Oh, 'cause of
World
Star
War
Trek?
III. It's instead of the eugenics wars, it's the like we're not paying our fucking labor wars.
Yeah, I mean, if you get to I mean, look, if you want to use World War III to get to the Star Trek Utopia, that's your decision. We just want you to get
Yeah.
to the Star Trek Utopia.
so
We
that
don't
can
care
destroy
how you get
Yeah,
there,
Exactly.
because you need to set them
I
up
will
so we
say-
can knock
What
them
do
down.
we look like, writers? No, those
mean,
get
yeah.
paid,
Yeah.
not by us.
But,
But-
if you want us to get paid, you can go to patreon.com/Radio Free Multiverse, where in exchange for money, you'll get trash
Yeah, we will. We will send you trash and stickers.
and stickers.
But they're trash. The eugenics war. Oh, that's funny.
Just give them one more world war, and humanity swears they've got it figured out this time. It'll lead to utopia. This
You know,
time.
I
We
think
promised we got it.
But now it'll lead to our
World War III 's
leaderboard.
Fine. That's a fine dystopian to help us reach our final society. I think we need to do Fury Road.
Oh.
I mean, can you imagine the roadside attractions if it's just road and desert?
Love that.
Ooh.
Love
For
that.
hours for a single drop of water, imagine what they'll do for a big ball of twine.
Exactly.
So-
Can you imagine?
People in the chat expressed their relief that they didn't lose points for getting the first question wrong, but they did lose points for getting the second question wrong. So now, Roadside Missy Traction is in first, Old Breezy Cheeks in second, Single Walk Road Trip in third, Route CBC in fourth, Are We There Yet in fifth, Mystery Spots in sixth, World's Largest Thing from the Void in seventh. Life is a Highway and I want to ride it all night long in eighth, World's Largest Potatoes Molasses in ninth, Cowboy Bebo in 10th, Restopola Koala in 11th, tied with Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and Maddie, as we go to question number 3. A roadside museum in Hastings, Nebraska has the footprints of which mascot set in cement? Mr. Peanut, Ronald McDonald, the Burger King, or the Kool-Aid Man? Which mascot's footprints are set in cement at the roadside museum in Hastings, Nebraska?
You're gonna Dr. Strangelove this quiz. Oh god. What does that mean? Damn, damn, damn! I love the suffering. I love the suffering. Ooh, okay.
Oh.
I like that it's footprints and not handprints like in Hollywood.
No, it is footprints.
Is all of Hollywood also kind of your domain, Captain Curio?
I'd say there's a couple elements of it. You know, the problem with California, honestly, is there's so much road and so few attractions.
True. So true.
Y'all got you got Highway 1, you got Disneyland, but you're too good for the Corn Palace. You're too good for the world's largest collection of the world's smallest versions of the world's largest things.
I mean, so true. So true. What a take.
Yeah. So, I don't know. California, take it or leave it.
The world's largest artichoke is in California.
See? Hey. Do you guys do you have keychains? Do you have that little box of colored agate stones that are all made to look like different crystals? You can reach a hand in and put in as many as you want into a little velvet bag.
And you feel the cold stones on your hands, and your mom's like, wash your hands! Everyone's touching that! Take your hands out of that! A bird will poop in it!
No,
Tennessee
I'm just
used to have
telling
a
you,
dragon
put
museum.
your hands in it. The spiritual experience is a direct connection to me.
Yo! Yo!
That's how we commune!
Love those little rocks! Commune with the god of roadside attractions, Captain Curio!
I will say, though, not quite a roadside attraction, but it still technically falls into my radar. The Madonna
Wonderful.
Inn.
Oh, the Madonna Inn. Yes, absolutely.
I don't know get a roadside attraction I can sleep in.
Yeah.
So, it's nice to have a good bed under my feet sometimes.
The trivia gods have thrown chaos Missy's way as Missy has to go help Alex get something from his studio.
Well, we're going to need an art tax if you're able to show us the art at the time at which you see it.
And the correct
Send us your
answer
art tax.
to this one was the Kool-Aid Man. It's the Kool-Aid Man footprints, which were taken in LA, funnily enough. The Kool-Aid Man, and that's because Hastings is where Kool-Aid was invented
Oh,
by
why.
Edwin Perkins.
does he have toes?
No.
Oh, but he does have smiles
smiles.
on his feet.
And he went, oh yeah, Kool-Aid
wait.
Man.
What does that imply about the biology of the Kool-Aid Man?
And the forerunner of Kool-Aid was a liquid concentrate known as Fruit Smack.
Oh, fruit smack.
Yeah. So this is from roadsideamerica.com. Kool-Aid Man would have difficulty surviving in the wild as his tracks are easily recognized, which I love implies the world where someone's hunting the Kool-Aid Man. They resemble smiling balloon faces, although not the same smiling finger-drawn face that fills Kool-Aid Man's drippy pitcher body.
The
not
actual
the
most
same.
dangerous game.
They are also slightly unsettling and remind us of the nasty cinematic space aliens that absorb humans and leave only their faces as surviving appendages.
Does that mean he evolved to have the faces on his feet, or does he have shoes that he wears with these faces? That's a good question.
If Kool-Aid Man approaches
Would
you, it might be
watch.
wise to break out the flamethrower.
Goblin fucker.
These
Wait,
footprints were made in a slab outside of Grauman's Chinese Theater in Hollywood and were later moved here to satisfy Hastings' pride in all things Kool-Aid. The date of the prints is given as 2000, 6 years after Kool-Aid Man, the suit, was augmented by Kool-Aid Man, the software, in television commercials. As slick as computer animation had become, it couldn't leave tracks in wet cement.
Is there a video of this happening? It's pretty wacky.
It's 2000. That might be too early.
Oh, like people didn't have their shit up to like film it. Can you imagine?
I do love that the site proposes that you enact violence onto the
Yeah.
Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
and that we find this unsettling. Gotta break out a flamethrower. It feels like I can't. There doesn't seem like my mind palace has it easily accessible. We can watch it bowl.
Does he have a star on the walk? This is a good question.
Now that is a good roadside attraction.
Yeah, I feel like that is definitely in your purview.
Yeah,
No.
it's one of those
No
things
to
where,
the
like,
star.
I get a little
Not
wonder, I get a
your
little tickle,
portfolio.
but it's not a full offering.
Okay. Good to know. So if you're ever at the Walk of Fame, walk it at least 5 times so that it equals a full offering to Captain Curio.
Roadside Missy traction, that is, despite having to step away, is in first place with old breezy cheeks in number 2. And I'm not going to read the leaderboard anymore because that's a great question. Captain Curio, what other mascot feet have you seen concrete prints of?
Oh man, I've seen everyone's feet.
Captain Curio, see his feet. You heard
I
it here,
see
people.
I see feet. Yeah. Oh god. I will say, you wouldn't expect it. Bigfoot's feet. Yep. Not
Bigfoot's feet. That
necessarily
Bigfoot?
a mascot, but definitely had that. Again, lots of dinosaurs. I don't know why. I think there is some kind of weird supply and demand between unmarried men in their 50s and married men in their mid-40s, where the unmarried men in their 50s have to create dinosaur attractions, and the married men in their 40s have to take their family to every single dinosaur on the side of the road.
It's like salmon. Like, they, at a certain point, they just know
Yeah.
they have to swim back to those attractions.
Yeah, they have to swim to those attractions in their books about World War II.
Yeah, they know. They're talking about Rome the whole time.
Yeah,
Not
they
the
think
fall
about
of
Rome every day.
Not the fall, the rise.
They think about the Roman Republic.
Yeah, they're thinking about the Republic. They're like, you know what? Caesar actually had some good ideas, but like...
I can't talk shit about Rome. They built roads.
That's true, they did build
True.
roads.
True, lots of roads.
Lots
Big
of roads.
road
Without them,
place.
I wouldn't be in business.
Blogtoven wondering why they lost so many more points than the people who got that question wrong, who lost no points.
Why? Is that a real thing that happened?
It's a thing that happened. And the answer is suffering, Blogtoven. Suffering.
I love that it happened specifically to you, Blog.
Yeah. Of all the people to get impacted by it. Oh, Blog lost 0 points on that.
Blog!
Wait.
I love that Blog's suffering at least.
Wait, yeah, that... Oh, well, wait, which account of yours? Oh, because you lost 1,000 points on the question where you lost the question's whole value on that one. I mean, that's that kind of question. Suffering is, again, the answer, though.
Tasty.
Yeah, as is question number 4. The world's largest pistachio is located in which state? Arizona, California, Iowa, or New Mexico?
Do
Oh, that gift
pistachios
is
go
bad.
bad?
I mean,
Like, will it rot?
I don't know if it's a real pistachio.
Okay, so this is like a thing constructed to look like a pistachio.
so that's the secret
Yeah.
behind a lot of these world's largest, is a lot of them are not actually made of
The thing.
Yeah,
the
for
thing.
example, the world's largest ball of paint is a baseball with paint painted over it so many times it looks like a gigantic testicle.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
It's
I feel
so
like when you
large.
start with just a baseball size, it can still count. But if it's like a pistachio made of clay,
It is not an actual pistachio.
well,
Rough.
why did I throw myself into this quiz just to suffer? Well, you're suffering for our
No,
amusement.
yeah, it was the question where you got it wrong was one where no matter how quickly you answered, you got all of the points off.
Yeah, because Fluval is a master of
It's an unusual suffering one, but it checks out. It's an
Yeah,
older
it
form of
checks out,
suffering, but it
okay?
checks out.
It checks out, and stay tuned because we need to keep the numbers up for the network.
Now, where is the world's largest pistachio? 3 of you said Arizona. 2 of you said California. 1 of you said Iowa. 5 of you said New Mexico. The correct answer is, in fact, New Mexico.
Wow! It checks out.
And it's a actual, it's a 30-foot tall pistachio sculpture that sits in front of a pistachio-themed nut farm and gift shop. And it was constructed in 2008 to honor the farm's founder, Tom McGinnis. Tom McGinns
Amazing.
of McGinn's
I'll be
Pistachio
real.
Tree Ranch.
I'll be real. I am technically the god of roadside attractions. I'm more the god of roadside attraction gift shops.
Oh,
I
I see. I see.
I love the roadside attractions. I love the wonder that they bring people. I get yummy nommy little things from it. But you get like a minute and a half of wonder from a roadside attraction. And I have met souls who've been lost for decades inside of the gift stores of roadside attractions, who found wormholes from one roadside attraction gift shop to another different roadside attraction gift shop. They turned one of the little spinny sail racks so
Yeah.
fast that it just sort of turned them into another space.
And so do you directly go from one gift shop to the other, or do you get stuck in a surreal gift shop between gift shops?
I think there is a space that all like roadside attraction gift shops occupy, and
Right.
at the front of them they're their own thing.
Yeah.
But you go in the back and they're all the same, so you can use that to travel.
I see.
But yeah, no, if you're looking for something that's got Kelly's name on it, it's gonna be in the back with all the same equipment. If you want something about the world's greatest grandma, that's gonna be in the back.
If you want something that's not on that's sold out in the front, it might just be in the back.
The gift force. Yep. It's more of a backrooms situation. They
Yeah.
all share the same back room.
Yeah. You know what else shares a back room?
What?
Our leaderboard, where roadside Missy Traction is still in first place. Got that right. So it stepped
But
away,
she's not
but
playing.
she can still see the questions on her phone.
Oh, okay.
I thought she wasn't playing, but I guess she still
I was
is.
like, she's not playing and she's still winning. That's amazing. That
Old
would be
Breezy Cheeks in
beautiful
second,
suffering.
Route CBC in third, Not Blogtoven up into fourth place with Single Walk Road Trip in fifth, World's Largest Potatoes and Molasses in sixth, RV There Yet in seventh, Mystery Spots in eighth, World's Largest Thing from the Void in ninth, Life is a Highway and I Want to Ride It All Night Long in 10th, Cowboy Bebo in 11th, Maddie in 12th, Planes, Trains, and Autoblogiles in 13th, and Restopala Koala in 14th, and the trivia field has stabilized. So now it will be the decreasing points setting where you'll lose more points if you answer quickly and get it wrong, just like you'll gain more points if you answer quickly and get it right.
But of course, Fluval could be lying.
I could be, but I could also be reading you. Question 5. Which city is home to the world's tallest filing cabinet? Branson, Missouri, Burlington, Vermont, Dallas, Texas, or Washington, D.C.?
Is it a real filing cabinet or is it a cabinet made of clay?
It is well, it's a real filing cabinet. What
What's
does that
in it?
mean to you?
Like, it's a big metal thing, then you can open all the drawers and you can put things in the drawers. And
it
will
is.
hold
No, it
those
is real.
things.
It's a real filing cabinet.
Okay.
Okay.
Well.
So not the world's largest chest of drawers.
Oh, different than the world's largest chest of drawers.
No,
okay.
different.
No,
Okay,
yeah, because they
okay.
slide out.
This is specifically the world's tallest
Is it
filing
functional?
cabinet. Yes.
Well, how many pistachios is it even? Americans will do anything to avoid the metric system.
It is over 1 pistachio.
It's approximately
It's
more than
1.3 repeating pistachios. No, it's 1.3 repeating pistachios.
Wow. Wow.
Give or take a little, I suppose.
That's why you subscribe to the Patreon. Yep. That's why.
It's more than 5, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, correct. I mean,
Yes.
it's 1.33 repeating biggest pistachios
Yes.
tall. Not
Yes.
a normal little pistachio that you'd break apart and pop in your mouth because humans consume matter, which is disgusting to me.
Repulsive.
But let's see the correct answer after we see what you picked. 3 of you said Branson, 6 of you said Burlington, Vermont, 1 of you said Dallas, Texas, 1 of you said Washington. The correct answer is Burlington, Vermont.
Wow. And I would think they had more things to file in Washington.
Exactly. That's why it was one of the false answers.
Ooh.
I would have
As noted on Mental Floss, the cabinet is 38 drawers tall,
Ooh.
which means it's 40 feet tall. And it was created in 2002 by Vermont artist Bren Alvarez.
No way is anything in Vermont. No way is anything there.
Well, I didn't. Okay, I got it. The sus thing didn't work. An intern will fix that. But
Maybe like the world's largest actual pistachio, and it's like. There's a Burlington Coat Factory and Bernie Sanders is in it. Those are
look,
the only things in Vermont.
they're more than great
Yeah.
coats.
He's just like real bummed.
But it was created by Brent Alvarez in response to bureaucratic delays surrounding the construction of the Southern Connector project, which ran actual decades behind schedule.
So they did an art piece to like stick it to him. I mean, I love that.
That's what Mental Floss said.
More of that. Does it work?
Now it's gotten rusty. And yeah, I mean, like the higher up drawers are left partially open, so birds are flying in and out of them and using them as nests.
Sorry, I meant like, did it get the project going faster?
Oh, did it work that way? Not like...
That's pretty big. It's a big pistachio. Is that the biggest pistachio? It's pretty big. Is there like
So-
a type of pistachio that's even bigger?
Oh
Or
my
is
God.
this the
Hey,
biggest pistachio?
I don't think I've ever seen a pistachio that big. I
don't
think
think
that
I've
might
ever
be the
seen-
biggest pistachio I've ever seen.
That might be the biggest pistachio. This is a pistachio, right?
I
So,
think,
yes.
I think you might have something stuck inside of a pistachio shell. This can't be a pistachio.
I think, yeah, it looks exactly like a pistachio, but it's so big
It was
for a
decades.
pistachio.
Apparently, it was actual decades. It was in the 1970s.
Wow.
They started it, and then people just
Lyndon B.
stopped funding it.
Johnson.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Burlington
Scandal,
officials
it's a
nearly
walnut
completed
painted
the
green. Yeah, is this not some kind of land clam? Are you sure this isn't some kind of lamb clam? Like, it's big. I thought that you meant to say land claim, and that was what the filing cabinet was,
No,
but then I
just been a
realized
land clam.
you were referring to the biggest pistachio.
So yeah, they started doing it in the mid-1960s is where they had concepted making it, and it's supposed to open in partially in 2024.
Astonished by the big pistachio person.
Tara, this is such
really-
a large pistachio.
Such a big pistachio. I don't think I've ever seen a pistachio this big.
Sarah, you're gonna have to go back to the farmer's market. This is such a large pistachio.
Yeah, I gotta ask them. Like, this is a pistachio, right? Like, this isn't like some kind of like a Brazil nut or something.
There's the better photo. Just how tall
Dude.
that is. It's so erect.
My guy, you can't tell people land clam anymore. You just can't do it.
Start with the pistachios. Look, it's just a really big pistachio. I guess it's a really big pistachio. Should we put this on eBay?
I really
like,
hope
Google
there's.
this pistachio.
I really hope there's a clip of this whole pistachio thing.
I think this might be the height of my acting career.
Oh,
You put it on your
Yeah,
put it on your resume.
Yeah, I think
Not
this
right
might be
now,
the
though.
best character I will
you
ever
did hit
create.
S tier.
Astonished.
Yeah, you can clip from the VOD. Oh, thank you for going back for it, Void. That's as beautiful as a big pistachio. As is
Hey.
a leaderboard.
Things from the void. You're my big pistachio.
Oh, Breezy Cheeks taking the crown for Big Pistachio in first place. Also, Missy is not playing. It's just crowd
Okay.
per doesn't work. If you answer correctly and don't answer, it can get bugged.
Oh, I see.
So they're not answering. But Route CBC, hot on Missy's tail in third place. Mystery Spots, mysteriously in fourth. And World's Largest, Thing from the Void in fifth place.
Wow.
Yeah, speaking of mystery spots, I will say, the mystery spot's great, but it's not as good as the mystery hole.
Ooh.
There's a deep sense of unease. Oh, it's terrifying.
Right?
I don't want to go anywhere near it. I hate it.
Yeah. Spot versus hole cannot look whole.
But this is very Mystery Spot, with down to the defying the laws of gravity.
It's
Inspector!
very much almost as if someone saw the mystery spot and went, "Hey, we could do that."
Yeah.
We could do that. We got a hole.
The mysterious, mind-baffling mystery hole was undisclosed for public view around the middle of year 1973. I love that it said, in the middle of the year 1973.
In the middle of the year.
And it's probably the best-kept secret in West Virginia, or maybe the whole USA. No one really knows for sure. Here, the laws of gravity seem to have gone berserk, and your sense of balance is entirely upset.
Ooh. There's only a small gas leak in the corner.
What is it?
Oh yeah.
This, believe it or not, astounding experience has intrigued many people, both young and old, over the years. Many come time and time again just to be curious. Just curious to know if they really did see what they thought they'd seen.
Probably.
Or if their eyes were playing tricks on them, yet some have gone away so bewildered that they've headed in the wrong direction and became lost. Very often, keys get locked in cars because the occupants are too anxious to see the mystery hole and experience the laws of gravity in action.
It's such a See, this is what I'm talking about. It's such a thrill that people lose
Post-hole.
themselves entirely. They leave their keys locked in their cars. They go flood. Their mind leaves their body and they just walk like they're having some kind of transcendental experience.
This website was designed in the middle of the year 1973.
Middle of the year.
The mystery hole, this mystery hole thing seems to affect different people in different ways depending on whether they cling to the new style education or stray to the plain old CHS common horse sense method.
What?
You woke millennials won't understand. These woke zoomers won't understand the mystery hole.
Is that there, or is that just something you said, Fluval?
So everything, what was here was those who cling to the new style education or stray to the plain old CHS common horse sense method was there.
There weren't
Those
any.
who
There
believe
weren't
in
any
crazy
pistachios.
things, like the Earth revolves around the sun, and
We have noticed that the highly
Bacteria
educated
pools.
folks do ask more questions than the lesser educated ones do. Whatever these unintended effects may be, they are believed not to be a serious threat to those searching for fun and excitement. Weird, offbeat attractions are not always easy to find in wild, wonderful West Virginia. That's what makes the mystery hole a welcome change. Many people have passed by this astounding, mystifying spot They call it an astounding, mystifying spot.
Right? What is going on in that photo? What
This
are we
astounding,
seeing there?
mystifying spot.
Look at that man. What is he doing?
Not realizing just how near they were to a whole new full of interesting, intriguing, and incredible experiences. Not responsible for accidents or after effects. People with heart ailments, sieges, balance issues, or vertigo do not enter these houses built slightly off kilter.
These houses will kill you.
So they built a bunch of those like perspective photo houses? Wow.
I mean, spoiler alert. Yeah, that's the mystery spot too.
They built a house that's foundation is like 35 degrees off.
That's
Great.
Trespassers will be shot.
I mean, that's also this. Like,
Look at that lean.
what is it?
Wow. What is it?
The mystery spot is a gravitational anomaly located in the Redwood Forest just outside of Santa Cruz, California. It is a circular area of effects around 150 feet or 46 meters in diameter. Within the mystery spot, you will be stunned as your perceptions of the laws of physics and gravity are questioned, but don't take our word for it. Come and decide for yourself.
Gonna be real, there's this old pulp novel called The Blind Spot, and the first half is written by a mystery author, and it's about like this just spot that like people disappear into, and the second half you go into the spot that people disappear into, and it's written by like an Edgar Rice Burroughs style, like intense homoerotic, like
The one where they
just
describe
battles.
his abs dripping.
Literally, they're like, we went in and like my athletic body was like ready for anything, and then I saw the ruler of the place and his athletic body was dripping with oil, and he said to me, wow, what a masculine man you are. It's too bad that we must fight in the most masculine way possible. And I was like, I too admire your masculinity and your body. Like, it's absurd.
Unlike the mystery hole, the mystery spot suggests explanations. Some speculate that cones of metal was secretly brought here and buried in our Earth as guidance systems for the spacecraft.
I think just some people got there and were so gay. They were so gay that they set a gay force field. And when you go through to the other world, you're just amongst the homoerotic intensity. And it's a great place to go for the summer, you know? Like, it's a great spring break. Everyone deserves.
That sounds as plausible as any of the explanations they
Yes.
have.
Yeah, it's the I can tell you scientifically as the god of roadside attractions exactly what's happening. You're half right. There is a whole bunch of homosexual energy, but that sort of is just like the energy that's building up, and you know. There are plenty of places with tons of queer energy. The issue is there wasn't a catalyst in any of those places.
Okay.
And what you need is a bunch of weird surfer lingo injected into it.
Oh,
I
And that's
see.
what you get
Okay.
in Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
And then a little bit of some goth vampires.
Ooh.
You got
need a
yourself a mystery.
subculture. All you need is the slightest hint of subculture, and the queer spot just blooms.
Are bumper stickers to keep place weird helpful
Keep
in growing
place
these kinds of
weird.
roadside attractions?
Yes. Yes, and in fact, the more people know about how much you need to keep that place weird, the more true it is, and in fact, doesn't become a weird, kitschy thing at all. It doesn't become a weird, kitschy thing at all. Please
Not
keep
at all.
buying them. It definitely doesn't turn into something that worships me instead.
Keep buying them.
It
Keep
definitely
buying
doesn't make your
Keep
home
buying them.
the jughead of cities.
Buying them.
Because they're a weirdo. I mean, they wear this hat. They're a weirdo.
Why do you think they wear that
Why did
hat?
they wear that hat? To be weird. But speaking of weird roadside attractions, let's go to question 6.
Ooh.
Which of these abnormally large objects is a real roadside attraction? The world's
Abnormally.
largest ball of paint. What intern pronunciation? Keep great trivia weird. The world's largest frying pan, the world's largest toilet paper, or the world's tallest concrete garden gnome. Which of these is real?
Ooh, all those dang empty poppers. All those empty poppers everywhere. All of the above, we're hoping.
That's what people are hoping for.
We're hoping they're all real. But we don't know.
Well, we will know soon, because
The
they're almost
world's
out of time
largest
to
frying pan.
answer.
They could also be like
And the world's
clay,
largest
though.
ball of paint has come up already on this episode.
And the world's largest pistachio.
That's not one of the options,
It's
though.
just really large. Like, it's just big for a pistachio.
6 of you said the
know?
world's largest ball of paint. You eagle-eared listeners caught that. 2 of you said the world's largest frying pan. 1 of you said toilet paper. 1 of you said garden gnome. Yeah, they're all real.
They're all real!
I knew you knew that, Captain Curio.
Oh, yes. Yeah, no, there's the world's largest is my favorite. I did touch on it, but I want to mention my personal favorite, world's largest. The world's largest collection of the world's smallest version of the world's largest things.
Oh, that's such a good one.
Largest collection.
It's amazing. It's beautiful. It's tiny, and it's the best.
Incredible.
There's
Incredible.
nothing better than, yeah. And like I said, world's largest ball of paint.
Yeah.
Oh boy, it looks like a testicle.
It does.
The inertia.
And yeah, if you didn't
of
answer,
suffering.
you suffer on this because you could have easily gotten points. So here's the world's largest ball of paint.
We're you know, like depression, how that happens. We're just calling it suffering inertia
Yeah.
now.
And that's good. And like Captain Curio mentioned, it was first started as a simple baseball, and the first layer of paint was painted in 1977. And as of 2021, it had over 27,000 layers of paint.
Wow.
And you can find it in Alexandria, Indiana. I do remember that,
not only
Blogtoven.
You can help add your own layer.
And Blogtoven, if you want to help us get to the point where you can have cool answers like that, you can encourage your friends to support us at patreon.com/radio of your multiverse. You already do, which I appreciate. But yeah, when Kahoot started paywalled that feature, it really made it so we couldn't do those anymore.
Yep.
And so it happened on January 1st, 1977, when Michael Carmichael...
Ooh.
Oh, wait, hold up.
Michael Carmichael.
Michael Carmichael.
Wow. That's like Phil Phillips level.
I mean, if someone wants to build me something custom, that would be cool too.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah.
And he encouraged his toddler son to cover a baseball with a coat of pastel blue house paint. And that was the day a legend was born.
Suffering.
As of 2021, the circumference was 14 feet, and it weighed 2.5 tons.
Wow.
And Mike started doing it because he wanted to paint maybe 1,000 coats on it and then cut it in half and see what it looked like.
Wow.
And so each coat is a different color than the previous coat, so you can get that kind of layering.
Cool. Look.
Is he gonna cut the ball in half?
Why did he pick the flesh color? Like,
I think that was just the
flesh
most
color?
recent color when they took the photos.
Why did he make flesh color any of his choices? Like,
Oh, here we go.
He's a certain kind of man to look at something that big and go, you know what the next color needs to be? Flesh.
They tried to address it in this article. During our visit, the ball, with its gently undulating surface and pastel pink color, suggested a giant brain or squishy body organ dangling in a mad scientist's laboratory.
or squishy body organ.
Your impressions may vary. Giant grape, alien egg sac, depending on its color when you arrive. I tried for years to keep it round, but there's so much weight on there now, said Mike. That's why it's lumpy like it is.
Wow.
And it's in
Sand it
this shed,
down.
and he might have to extend the roof to make it keep fitting.
I mean, that's pretty awesome. I do love that you can just stop into this guy's shed and he'll show you a
I want to
big ball
cast
of paint.
magic missile.
And yeah,
Yes.
this one doesn't mention that you have to address it with a flamethrower.
Yeah.
And this is also Roadside America.
Squishy
And yeah, there is
body
this
organ.
Dukes of Hazzard thing, which I saw Void mention earlier. But, not all roadside attractions are as great as the world's largest ball of paint. But one that can rival it is the world's largest frying pan, which is an operational 15-foot wide, 2-ton frying pan.
And they cook with it?
Yeah, you can. And it can fry 365 chickens at the same time.
Alive?
No, I mean, hopefully
Well?
not. But, I mean, it could.
The
Can it
fully?
fry them? That's what it says.
I mean, it's pretty. How many humans does it take to operate it?
This is from Atlas Obscura.
Is there
How
a
many people does it
flame
take to operate the
underneath?
world's
In
largest
1960,
frying
well, they
pan?
say you could fry,
Is
so
the
probably
world's
no flame.
largest stove like there
Okay,
too?
okay. Yeah, it operates on 40 propane burners. And can hold up to 365 whole chickens. It has. Well, it is propane. It has a 6-foot handle sticking off to one side. Not that anyone could ever use it. The pan is so large that it must be broken into wedges for cooking purposes.
They're like, I'm a baby, gotta love me.
Yeah, and it's still operational. And for a festival, they fry it up, and yeah,
Weapon
it's
for the
a-
world's
it's-
largest Rapunzel.
and it's covered. It's in a gazebo dedicated to the world's largest frying pan.
Big human stew. Yum.
Big Human Stewart, or
Big human stew.
yeah. They have to have done a hot tub in it. Yeah.
Yep. Skate in it with butter skates? Yes.
Yeah, this is the world's largest brain on drugs. Well, you know, if they needed to dry off, they shouldn't use the world's largest roll of toilet paper, which Ripley says will last you 1,900 years.
Wow.
It's at a Charmin
Okay,
plant.
maybe it'll last you 1,900 years.
And there's 95,000 rolls of toilet paper in it, and 1 million square feet of toilet paper, and it has a diameter of 9.73 feet.
Is it also tall? Or is it just wide?
No, it's also tall.
Okay. So, like, someone couldn't, like,
I mean, like, this is a
reasonably
hum-
pull
this is a
sheet
bear.
off
Oh.
and use it.
This is a bear, and that's the roll.
Wow, that's a real bear.
I don't think that the Charmin bear should be around all that toilet paper. I don't think it's safe for the toilet paper.
Right?
Like,
It's gonna rip that thing apart.
why? He's gonna drive it crazy. He's gonna go crazy. I feel like, isn't the Charmin
Is he
bear
hoarding it?
like the Cocoa
Yeah.
for Cocoa Puffs bird?
Yeah, they
little bit.
really like wiping their butt with Charmin because
Yeah.
they do poop in the woods.
Yeah. Yeah.
If not anymore, the latest stats they're in houses.
Oh, you're right. Now they've been domesticated.
True. They poop in toilets, I guess.
You can just get bidets.
It's fucking
And here's
toilet
Elwood,
paper
the world's
bears.
tallest concrete gnome.
Ah!
He's a 15-foot tall
I like
gnome whose home is in Iowa at Iowa State University's Raymond Gardens at Ames, Iowa.
Rude.
Or Raymond.
Raymond. I
But
love
Poland
him.
has a taller gnome,
Oh,
That's a
do
friend.
they?
but it's made of
No.
fiberglass. And they learned about that taller gnome while they were making this one, but they were so far along they couldn't change the design to make this one taller. So they had to just like really narrow down that it's the world's tallest concrete gnome.
Oh.
And it's 15 feet tall.
It's like 5'6". It's tall. Okay.
It's like half a giant
yeah.
pistachio.
hat off.
It's
like
half a world's
5'6".
largest pistachio.
It's mostly hat. You haven't seen his forehead. His forehead could be that tall.
He's a tall king.
He long.
Yeah, so
long
there's an
gnome.
18 as Atlas, to quote Atlas Obscura. However, an 18-foot tall freak of kitschy nature was discovered in Poland, beating both American tall gnomes, but it was made of fiberglass, as opposed to the Iowa gnomes, 3,500 pounds of rebar and concrete.
Are they counting those stairs?
And the one in he beat the former champ Noam Chomsky, a mini golf course resident in upstate New York, who is thought to be the tallest garden gnome in the world.
Why did he not simply kill
I don't
the
like
taller
him.
gnome?
I
Ooh,
hate
I don't
him.
like him either. I don't like him. No, too big legs.
Yeah, the
looks
design
like
on
he's
Elwood is
on
much
you.
better.
Concrete gnome would definitely win in a fight, but it was fiberglass.
Yeah, I mean, look, he has an axe. He's ready to fight.
Gnome's got legs. Yeah.
He might even be a barbarian or something. I don't know.
Ooh.
I want to
does
see
seem
this guy
pretty cash.
rage.
Right?
He gives me bard material.
Yeah, I see it. I see it. He looks like a happy little gnome bard.
Yeah. What's
That's
his
Sister's
AC?
mockery.
Oh, he could do some vicious mockery. I mean, his song of rest is to die for.
He sits out, pulls out like a little zither, just starts like ting, 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 ting.
Yeah, Travelocity Gnome got big.
Yeah.
Just like our leaderboard, where old Breezy Cheeks has taken first place Roadside Missy Traction still in second. Route CBC in third. Mystery Spots in fourth. And Cowboy Bebo rounding out our top 5.
Cowboy Bebo.
In 5th place.
And we'll be go.
Cowboy Bebo.
Bebo.
Let's go to question 7. Tonopah, Nevada is home to a motel dedicated to aliens, Bigfoot, clowns, or serial killers.
I'm so glad I didn't mention this. I was this close to bringing it up.
Yeah.
Yes!
This was one I thought someone might bring up before the question came up.
My God.
Did that motivate me to make it earlier in the quiz? No.
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 No. Fluval's here for your suffering, not to help you out. Please be all of the above. Maybe it has like a different like theme for each room. I would never want to stay in the serial
That's the
killer room.
Madonna
Are you
Inn.
kidding me?
That is kind of the Madonna Inn, yeah.
Oh, really? Like every
Each room has
is
a
different?
theme, yeah.
Oh, that's cute. Is this in
You should-
California?
The
Yeah, we
Madonna
should
Inn,
do
it's on the way to
roadside.
LA.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
If you drive from the Bay Area to LA, you pass it every time.
It's bright pink and like sleep
Never
in the
mind.
beds, but maybe sanitize them first.
Yeah.
Forget that frying pan. We want to die in the clown motel.
Well, that's good because clown is the correct answer.
It's real.
Self-described as America's scariest hotel. The Clown Motel also boasts rooms dedicated to other horror movies now. But here's the Clown Motel.
Trick question, they're all the same thing.
I love
Wow. Wow.
And now they have diversified
Wow.
a little bit, but it's still a clown. I mean, it's still the Clown Motel, so it's still clown themed. Here we go. See, America's scariest
Wow.
motel. But then now they advertise that you can come film at the Clown Motel because people made horror movies about it, and it's an extra way to get money. But they've added other rooms themed around The Exorcist, It, the concept of Halloween. That was my favorite themed room, the concept of Halloween. Now, I gotta read this sentence out because it looks like it's saying that so it's talking about the owner of the hotel and says his creations of themed rooms, Exorcist, E.T., the concept of Halloween, and Friday the 13th rooms. Which, if you don't make partway through that sentence, it looks like they're saying the owner of this created the concept of themed rooms and the concept of Halloween.
And The Exorcist and It.
Yeah.
And Friday the 13th.
Oh, Things from the Void is clarification. He did.
He did. He did. This is like when you meet Tom Bombadil.
Oh, and
on
you
the
can
road,
donate
like-
a clown. You can give your clown a forever home by donating it to the Clown Motel.
Oh, I actually have clowns that could go there.
I kind of love that.
I love that, yeah. And you can book the Clown
Already
Viz Suite,
Creepy. It's so beautiful.
which is the Clown Viz Suite, which is dedicated to Elvis clowns.
Wow.
Perfect.
There's Fear Unlimited,
No.
which is just a bunch of creepy clowns. There's the It Room, which is very much the new It more than the old It.
Clownvis.
The Exorcist, which went clown. See, it's Clown Reagan on the closet.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
Golden Ager. Or Golden Ager. Golden Ager. Which honors
Kragan to his friends.
the clown. Oh my god. Okay, so this one is inspired by the clown from the Clown Motel movies.
Wow.
What?
You ain't nothing but
Room 208 is a suite
no.
honoring the most notorious clown from the horror films Clown Motel 1, Spirits Arise, and Clown Motel 2, Death Do Us Part.
Wow. Okay.
And then
Eventually, the Ouroboros
Halloween
sucks
room.
its own dick so much it just swallows itself.
I also like that these two
Right?
clown ladies are in every photo.
They had them for the day.
Yeah.
You know.
And then Friday the 13th, and then the Clown Suite ground floor, and the Clown Suite upstairs, and the Clown Suite upstairs 2 beds, and standard room.
I do want to see the bridal suite, though.
Right?
They don't have one. I mean,
Terrible.
Clown Suite upstairs could be, or Clown Suite ground floor could be.
Yeah. I just want to know who's having their honeymoon at the clown suite, you know?
I like that this is such a clown suite. Look at all the clown-related things in this photo.
Clowny. Wow. Really clown.
Like, I think that's Ace Ventura poking in at the top left.
Much clown, like so clown.
And then the other ones, yeah, I mean, there's the sad clown in the upstairs one, at least.
You got one clown.
A single clown.
I mean, you got to pay extra for the themed rooms.
The sink sprays you, though, when the whole time you're there. No one tell Wiz about this place. No one tell him.
He hates clowns. Yeah. Wiz of Wiz World Live.
Yes.
So definitely check out that Twitch channel as well as checking out our leaderboard. Yeah, Wiz World Live is Fridays at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. It's Earth's most magical talk show, which is almost as magical as Old Breezy Cheeks in first place, Route CBC in second, Mystery Spots in third, Roadside Missy Traction falling to fourth, and World's Largest Thing from the Void in fifth place. As we go to question number 8. The Jimmy Carter peanut statue can be found in which state? Georgia, Iowa, Ohio, or South Carolina? Are you familiar? I mean, obviously you're familiar with the Jimmy Carter peanut statue.
Careful, you don't want to mix up your different presidential peanut statues.
No, not the George Bush pretzel statue.
And another...
No, we don't want the Bill Clinton donut statue. That's not something we're into today.
Or the Bill Clinton Big Mac statue.
Or the Bill Clinton
fry statue.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this is the second big nut question. Mm-hmm. And I'm not talking about truck nuts.
Look, America's just full of big nuts.
America's full of nuts.
Full of nuts.
Roadside America is big nuts. Mm-hmm. Well, let's see what you picked. 6 of you said Georgia. 1 of you, you're right, third if you count the ball of paint. 6 of you said Georgia. 1 of you said Iowa. 2 of you said Ohio. 2 of you said South Carolina. The correct answer is Georgia.
Yep.
The statue was commissioned by the Indiana Democratic Party during the 1976 presidential primary. It was presidential election. It was commissioned by the Indiana Democratic Party during the 1976 presidential election to support Carter's candidacy.
Did they want to lose?
No, they wanted to support him.
Right? Like, look at that fucking thing.
It's a 13-foot tall peanut as an homage to Carter's previous career as a peanut farmer. And then it was brought to Plains, Georgia, following a Carter presidential rally in Evansville, Indiana.
Yeah, teeth, but no other features.
It was damaged in a car accident and then was moved to an area along State Route 5 and is the second tallest peanut statue in the world.
The universe tried to remove it, but it was too strong.
Jimmy Carter dislikes the statue. Yeah. Jimmy Carter dislikes the statue, which he's had plenty of chances to look at because it's located on the route between his house and the church where he teaches Sunday school. So every Sunday, Jimmy Carter had to pass an ode to himself that he hates. And
Just
then go, well, I gotta go teach Sunday school, Agra.
Supporters.
Imagine.
This is bullying.
And they have
This is bullying.
Here's the Smiling Peanut, 1976. It's polyurethane foam sprayed over a series of metal hoops covered with chicken wire. And then Maxine Reese accepted the peanut for the Plains Historical Preservation Trust in 1976. It's been named as one of the top 50 roadside attractions in America. And as you can see, they have to regularly repaint the peanut shell.
You know it's a poke stop.
It's gotta be a poke stop.
And listen, every single roadside attraction we have discussed is a poke stop.
Oh, yeah. The Pokestop roadside attraction Venn diagram is a circle.
Yeah.
You gotta Pokemon Go to the roadside peanut.
Gotta hit 'em all. Gotta hit 'em all. Roadside attractions. Yeah. Right, I want that postcard most of all.
You know where I want a postcard from?
Postcard.
The leaderboard. We're old Breezy Cheeks.
Old Breezy Cheeks.
what we talked about with them earlier isn't in number 2. They're in first place with Root CBC winding their way up the leaderboard in the second. Roadside Missy Traction now in third, despite having not played since question number 2, with Mystery Spots in fourth and Cowboy Bebo saying 3, 2, 1,
Cowboy
let's
Bebo.
jam as we go to fifth place.
Cowboy Bebo.
Cowboy Bebo.
Cowboy Bebo.
Why don't we
Cowboy
make our
Bebo.
way to question number 9. Haines, Alaska has a museum dedicated entirely to which tool?
Ooh.
Hammers, pliers, saws, or wrenches? Which of these tools is the subject of a museum in Haines, Alaska?
That lady who was like, I can see Russia from my house
Sarah
is a
Palin?
pretty big tool in
Yeah.
Alaska.
Pretty big tool. You're right. That would have been a good wrong answer to put.
Pretty big tool.
Or Ted. The internet
big
is a
tool.
series of tubes of Steven.
Ooh, which would you be most excited to visit?
Great sub question. Which of these do you most want to visit?
I think I want to see wrenches, right?
Want to
Yeah.
see
Or
saws.
pliers. I'm kind of.
Void also said wrenches.
I love pliers. Like, I really like pliers.
I want to see
actually.
the different teeth on the saws, though.
Ooh. Well, and then you could also have
different type of
concerts
saw.
at the Saw Museum where they play the Saw.
Musical saws!
You could
It's a
have
whole
Saw movie nights.
Yeah.
Yep. Sounds dangerous. Sounds dangerous.
You could have an exhibit about like famous saws in cartoon history because so many cartoon characters get chopped in half.
Elvis visit.
You could have the saws from Batman 66 that tried to chop Batman and Robin in half. Like screen accurate saws. You could have Jigsaw, yeah.
Yeah, we want
Now-
to see the teeth on those saws, just not on that peanut. You can also have Jigsaw. Yeah.
Well, let's see what you picked. 5 of you said hammers. None of you said pliers. 3 said saws. 3 said wrenches. Hammers!
Hammers!
It opened to the public in 2002 and has 6 galleries and showcases over 2,500 hammers.
Hammers are lame.
It's really
we don't like hammers.
it's
I love a
quantity
hammer.
over quality.
Love a hammer. Rather go to any of the other ones. I like hammers.
Here's the Hammer Museum.
Bone saw.
Look for the 20-foot tall hammer on Main Street in Haines. One of Alaska's 10 must-see museums, says Alaska Magazine. So they have school classes and youth groups. It's a tribute
smashing
to
good
working men and
time.
women everywhere. That's pretty good.
Smashing. How big is the
interesting-
biggest hammer?
They have a 20-foot tall one right there.
Ooh.
Ooh, smash me.
Yeah, they built it across from MC Hammer's house to troll him.
Pliers.
So their current exhibits are W.P. Nichols. They have
Musical saws.
photos of these
Spring-loaded
classic
meat
hammers.
tenderizer.
Yeah, spring-loaded meat tenderizers, a throater.
Ooh, a
What's a
throater?
So it says-
throater?
I'm sorry, a throater?
It's the Nancy
That's what they
Reagan.
called me in high school.
It's the Klotz handle throating machine.
Ooh. Yeah.
What does it do? What
It's a
does
type
it
of hammer.
do? But what is throating? What does it mean?
Look, you'd think that that would be an easy thing to find an answer for online. I literally looked up. I'll show you. I'll show you.
What it does is it kills fascists.
I looked
That's
up
the machine
throater
that kills
hammer.
fascists.
And now there is the Do You Mean Throat Hammer. I got 2 planishing hammers. And then another planishing hammer, a Bailey variable speed power hammer. And then my first non-power or planishing hammer result is a black metal band from North Carolina called Throat Hammer.
Wow. The mystery was so deep that we lost Captain Curio.
we lost Captain Curio.
Oh my god.
So it is, I mean, I think a
throater.
planishing hammer is a throat hammer.
Okay.
Yeah, this
Why
one has
is it
this
a
one has a
throat?
throat capacity.
What is its throat capacity?
It connects to a compressor.
Okay. Throat hammer trivia when get planished.
So it does that.
yes.
It's for large pieces that you just hammer it
Okay.
with pneumatic stuff.
Sure. I guess, and that's the throat.
This is a good planishing kit. A nice little hammer.
Yeah, bigger mystery than the mystery hole.
Add proper
Biggest
oil.
throat goat since Nancy Reagan, who was also a roadside attraction.
Captain Curio has returned.
Captain Curio!
Sorry,
Somehow
I got
Captain
physically
Curio has
taken out
returned.
by that.
By the throat
By
hammer,
the throat,
yeah.
The throater.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I got throated.
Got throated. Got throated. It was beyond your throat capacity.
Oh, jeez.
I can't believe it.
Incredible.
Yeah, nothing
Yeah,
else at this
beautiful.
museum can rival the throater.
Yeah.
They have hammer. Oh, actually, that's not true. They have hammer
Look at the little
sculptures,
guy.
I like those.
which is a cowboy and a horse made of hammers.
I love him.
That's
right?
cool.
That's sweet.
I like how many of the hammers are the hammer next to meat.
It's like masculine.
Yeah, this is in Main Street, Haines, Arkansas. So yeah, they have the horse. They have
It just
Hammer
just
art
on
is
top of
surprisingly
meat.
sincere. Same with masculinity.
yeah. Oh, here we go. 5 ways not to hit your fingers.
What about the gauger? The
This is
gauger.
this is other hammer art. It's just 5 ways not to hit your fingers, and I think it's ways you can adjust a hammer to make it not hit your fingers or something.
I clearly have not been using a hammer enough because I have no idea how that would work.
Yeah, the Hammer Museum invites visitors to explore the rich history of the hammer, the world's first tool.
Ooh.
And there's 7,000 items in the collection that they rotate out regularly, and it started as a private collection and is now a public organization.
How wonderful.
And then, yeah, these are the boards of directors.
It started as a singular rock that they went,
Yeah.
look,
Yeah.
Those
Hammer.
5 white-ass old men certainly do look like the board of directors.
Well, and
for
actually-
Hammer
the Hammer
Museum.
Museum.
Look at those men and tell
Oh,
me that
interesting.
they're not the board of directors for a Hammer Museum.
Their first paid staff member was hired in 2015, was Ashley Reed, who was the museum director.
oh,
so they're doing it
but
for
they
the
don't
love of-
have a fucking picture of her.
They're doing it for the love of the hammer. Well, that's just their board of directors. She's the museum director. Here's
Dude's whole finger in the headshot.
and it got featured on Jeopardy, and it turned 20 last year.
He's just on a FaceTime.
It does look like
hanging
Milton
out.
from Office Space.
It looks like he's choking you.
I think he might have done the art, actually,
Because
because it says behind the 10 to 430 plumber is a talented artist who leans towards steampunk naturally. From
Wow.
welded full-scale yard art to whimsical puppets, he breathes life into whatever material is at hand. That's actually really cool.
That's
So
metal.
like he's
Yeah.
into the fucking hammers. He doesn't give a shit about photos.
No,
Doesn't give a fucking shit.
I mean it's not the photo museum.
It's not the photo goddamn museum. It's the Hammer Museum.
The Hammer
He
Museum.
said it's not the photo goddamn museum.
It's not the photo goddamn museum. It's also not our leaderboard. We're old Breezy Cheeks holding on to first place with Root CBC in second, Mystery Spots in third, Roadside Missy Traction in fourth, and Cowboy Bebop in fifth. He does probably perform throater maintenance. So that was question 9, which means this should be our final question.
Ooh, should it be?
It is our final question.
Okay.
Here, and wager your points. I don't know how you're gonna, know. Wait, I'm curious to see what everyone wagers. With the scatter shot that these questions have been.
Yeah. What do you think? You're going to be able to answer in the next question.
Don't ask me. I just lube the throater.
I just lube that throater up.
I just gas up the throater.
Me, I'm just a throater maintenance guy.
I'm here to sell you a throater and throater accessories.
Oh yeah, I'm a traveling throater salesman.
God
That's
damn
true.
it,
You can always just
throater.
not answer. All in says
All
Things from the
in,
Void, as
all
always.
In, all
true or
in.
false. Georgia's Rock City is home to the world's first miniature golf course. Is that true or is that false? Missy, have you been
Missy's
playing?
back!
Have you been playing this whole time? Because you're still in fourth
Like,
place.
yeah. Lord, I was born a throating man.
Thornton man.
A throating man.
A throat and Thornton man. No, Missy has not been
Don't
playing.
throw Thornton.
No! Wow. Wow, I like how you really have to get the first couple questions right,
No.
or else you're fucked.
No, you can just not get them wrong.
Or you could just not get them
You
wrong.
can just ace everything, and then it doesn't. I mean, you could get the first 2 wrong, and then ace everything else, and you'd still do pretty good.
That's
You
true.
have the only show where you get more points if you're not playing. We offer some real perverse incentives here on Grand Trivia. The most perverse incentives. No, obviously it's the world's second. 4 of you said true, 7 of you said false. The answer's true.
You thought we were tricksy, but we weren't, which is making it even more tricksy.
Yeah, sitting on top of Lookout Mountain in Georgia, Rock City is home. Sorry, in Tennessee. No, in Georgia. Kind of on the border. That wasn't the trick. Sitting on top of Lookout Mountain, Rock City is home to caves lined with dioramas based on children's fairy tales. And in 1932, Rock City founder Garnet Carter created what he
Garnet
called...
Carter founded Rock City.
Yes.
Oh man, please tell me that man was made out of jewels, like he had a big...
Yeah, he's the Borax Kid.
Never won using crowd purr. I don't think that's true. 50-50 chance. Garnet the Throater Carter.
So I just want to clarify. It says fall in love with Tennessee's #1 attraction up here. The address is in Georgia, so it's Georgia's. Just don't use that as a actually I got it right because it's in Georgia's, not Rock City, not Tennessee's, or other way around. But yeah, he called it Tom Thumb Golf. And it was the first example of blending a miniaturized version of a miniaturized version of golf with fantastical scenes.
Oh.
And
So
we
wait,
have...
did they have miniaturized golf without the fantastical scenes?
Yes. But it wasn't
So it wasn't
miniature
the first
golf. No, it was. Because miniature golf includes that as part of the whole thing.
Actually, it was miniaturized golf, not mini golf.
Also, take it up with Local 3 News. Their 3 in Your Town segment.
This is Rock City. This is my putter. That's a golf ball. No, I'm not lost. I'm also
Take
not
it up with
confused.
Paul
Follow me here.
Sheehan.
There's a story, everyone. CEO, President, Rock City, Doug Chapin. Doug's great aunt and uncle created mini golf as we know it today, which comes with obstacles. That was many moons ago.
It was.
Present day, we're at Rock City, this golf hole here to commemorate that. Back then it was called Tom Thumb Golf, correct?
Exactly. So Garnet had a patent for Tom Thumb Golf, and so they built
It's
Tom Thumb
so
courses
sad
kind of all across
that
the country through
his
the
name
20s,
was Garnet.
after that patent.
Good night, well howdy, partner. Thank you for joining
on
us.
the Georgia side of
Good night,
Lookout
well
Mountain,
howdy,
Fairyland.
partner.
And so they were
Oh,
building
I want to go back.
the
Did you all hear what he
We
just said?
enjoyed your suffering.
The
No.
community up here on the Georgia side of Lookout Mountain.
Oh, on the Georgia side
On
of
the
Lookout Mountain.
Georgia
And so
side.
they were building, and he said, well,
Oh, here we go. Here's why they made it.
Garnet was a very, innovative thinker, and so he said, well, we got to
big
figure
thinker.
out, I have to think
Consumer.
about how
His
we're going
class
to do
should
this.
be
And
He promised that there would be golf, and there wasn't golf. So he had to figure out how to make a small golf course in the space he had left. And so he just made it tiny golf.
Wow.
And it was a fairy tale themed cavern, so he just added fairy tale stuff to it.
Love owners of businesses disappointing their customers once
Yep.
again and delivering on the bare minimum and then having it seem like they did such a great
Incredible.
job.
We also have a... In the early days of Rock City, Garnet Carter hired a sign painter named Clark Byers to convince rural farmers to let him paint Rock City promotional messages on the roofs of their barns. So that as you approached Rock City, you would see
That's great.
35
That is
miles
the
to Rock
American
City,
spirit
atop
of
Lookout
scammery.
Mountain.
That's some good old class. That's like
See
the kind
7
of
states from Rock City atop Lookout Mountain.
That's the American type of American scammery that we look back on nostalgically.
And it was pre-interstate, so these were just long 2-lane roads.
Can't wait back to go see if I would have been lower than 4th place if you played.
See 7 states from
knows?
Rock City, World's Wonder. And here's another fractal for you. One of Intern Forrest's first memories is at Rock City.
Oh.
He remembers looking through the colored glass that's on the side of one of the walls where you just look out through colored glass, and that's one of his first memories.
Pretty Rock City, you would say.
And that's how, when he consulted on this trivia, he knew it did have the first miniature golf. Because he remembered it from then.
Wow.
And he remembered it was on the Georgia side. Thank you very much. As we go to our leaderboard, where Route CBC is routing their way to first place. Roadside Missy Traction back in second. Third, Mystery Spots. Fourth, Old Breezy Cheeks. And fifth is Cowboy Bebo. So that's the end of our trivia. But wait, no, it's not. There's one more question.
One more question.
Wager your points now.
One more question.
Get your kicks in this game of trivia. Void is once again all in. So this could be a big moment for many of our players.
Upset for the players, for the game.
Blogtoven, as always, hates crowd purr. All our players being very consistent and committing to their bits as we approach the actual final question of our game of trivia. What if I had 10 more questions? I don't. Here's the final question. The roadside art piece Carhenge is located in which state? Michigan, Nebraska, Nevada, or Texas? This was just explicitly said early in this week's episode.
I fucking know
I hope
this!
you were listening.
My body is a vessel for the bit.
I hope you remember.
Do you remember?
Not all of our players remember, I'll tell you that
what
much.
State Carhenge is located in?
The roadside
I
art
can
piece
give you guys a
Carhenge.
hint. It's next to my favorite rest stop.
Oh.
Exactly, yes.
You can
Captain
remember the name
Curio
of my
gave
favorite
you
rest
all a
stop.
hint.
You know the state.
Carmen San Diego. Remembering all of this, of course.
2 of you said Michigan. 4 of you said Nebraska. 3 of you said Nevada. 1 of you said the state of Texas. The correct answer is Nebraska.
Nebraska!
Now you might be asking yourself,
What the fuck is Carhenge?
what is Carhenge?
What the fuck is Carhenge?
Well, Carhenge is, of course, what you expect. It's a replica of Stonehenge.
With fake cars.
Made of cars.
Real cars.
Are they
They're real
real
cars.
cars and they're
Yeah.
all painted?
Yes.
They're spray painted, yeah.
I love that.
Carhenge is a 2-scale replica of Stonehenge, but with cars instead of stones. As you can see here how it's pretty exact. And it is the weathered current version of Stonehenge. And it was dedicated during the June 1987 summer solstice. And in addition to being a replica of Stonehenge, it's also home to other car-based art pieces.
Amazing.
Lovely.
Cart
Like the
is
Ford
what I like
Seasons.
to call it.
No.
Oh. Oh.
And here's a panoramic view of Carhenge.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
It's all car stuff.
Car stuff.
And it was inspired by another
In the
piece.
middle of the year 1987.
Yes, it was inspired by Cadillac Ranch,
Cadillac Ranch.
which is in Texas, in Amarillo,
yeah.
Texas, and was created by Chip Lord, that's Marquez, and Doug Michels, who were part of the art group Ant Farm, which is a San Francisco-based architecture, graphic arts, and environmental design practice.
Ooh.
Yep.
That's cool.
And the installation is 10 Cadillacs buried nose first in the ground, and it was installed in 1974. And they were either older running, used, or junk cars, and they encourage you to graffiti it.
Oh.
And it was commissioned by an eccentric helium millionaire and foe of Roman numerals named Stanley Marsh III. Not Stanley Marsh III, Stanley Marsh III, who hated Roman numerals because he thought they were pretentious.
Yeah.
No,
gotta
not pretentious
love.
at all.
that real late stage capitalism stink when things start to break down and people start naming themselves numbers.
Here's a posterior close-up view of a Cadillac. Are we allowed to show this on Twitch? It was originally in a wheat field, but then in 1997 it was quietly moved 2 miles to the west to a cow pasture to place it farther from the limits of the city. Yeah, Carhenge 2 makes Carhenge 3 look like Carhenge 1. And they periodically repainted various colors, once white for the filming of a TV commercial, another time pink in honor of Stanley's wife Wendy's birthday. And again, they were all painted flat black when Doug Michel's passed. And then they were in 2012, they were painted rainbow colors to commemorate Gay Pride Day.
That's lovely.
And then Hampton Inn restored them as part of the public relations attempt to get Route 66 restored. And yeah, they're just like, they last 24 hours and they get spray painted.
That's so cool.
And then an arson damaged one in 2019. And there's the Cadillac Ranch. There's an homage to it in Cadillac in Radiator Springs at Disneyland, at Cars Land. The mountains look like Cadillac Ranch with the Cadillac Range.
Incredible.
But now, we got to go back to our game of trivia.
Are we going to find out who won?
Oh, yeah, we are. In first place for the next 6 questions. In third place, it's old Breezy Cheeks.
Breezy Cheeks.
In second place, Roadside Misty Traction.
Roadside
and our winner is none other than Root CBC.
Root CBC bringing up the win. Root CBC. Lack of Paul Bunyan statue questions. That is a good thing to be disappointed about.
That's a good disappointment.
Yeah, fair.
Congratulations to CBC 9000
CBC 9000
for winning our game of Road Trip and Roadside Attraction Trivia. We'll send you trash. We'll send you trash as an ode to your win. But of course, we all get to enjoy another prize. Yay! Oh, that wasn't your planet. You're good. You're still the minor god of roadside attractions.
Thank goodness. Every now and then I get nervous.
So much for that pistachio.
We hope you enjoyed us for episode 104 of Grand Trivia.
Forever, bitches.
That's a pretty good one.
Be sure to join us again next week for episode 105 of Grand Trivia. What will the theme be? Well, you'll have to.
Arizona's another good one.
Ooh, that is a good one.
Yes.
You'll have to keep your eyes on all of our social media posts or our Patreon if you're a patron for advance notice about what the theme will be. But we'll see you next week. We have your coordinates. We got destroyed. Wait, Planet Destroy happened. There we go. Now we're going away.
Here he comes. Swimming closer than farther away. Fluval.
Bye.